All right, guys, I have to do 2 videos. I don't know what happened. I left it out to warm up, and it phone shut off. It's still Gemstar 06. Let's see. We got some temperature, 145 degrees. Battery's charging pretty freaking good, right at 14. So let's go for a drive. Hang on just a second. Okay, so I just gave it a little throttle. It is tuned, hence why the check engine light's not on an 06. So we can't really judge that for any high pressure oil leak, STC fitting, potential dummy plug STC fitting issue. We can't do that because the tuning basically turns the IPR up. It turns it up, maxes it out to try to get more power out of it. So we can't use that as a gauge. We just have to watch for hot no starts on this, or if we go and fix head gaskets, get the cab off, then we can make sure everything's updated at that time. So hang on just a second. All right, guys, I'm gonna rant for a little bit here. This is another one of them jobs. Here's your number. We're at 18 degrees right now. I'm doing 70, just 20 degrees. All right, this is another one of them gigs. All right, just be careful on these freaking trucks. People get in here and they do a bunch of crap. They got no business working on it. But basically, it's got a delete on it, chock full of green coolant, head gasket issues, wrong oil filter on it, got the little rubber hose delete on it, just junk that's going to leak, and the oil cooler's shot. I'm at 22 degrees right now, and I'm getting off the interstate. So, oil cooler's shot. There's 24 degrees. It's just cooling off, though. I mean, green coolant with a shot oil cooler. I can't imagine. You know, that green coolant is crap. I mean, it's junk. So, just another one full of green coolant with a bad oil cooler. So we need coolant flushes, like, honestly, as soon as possible. We need VC9 chemical flush and get some EC1, some red coolant in it. Get that done, and then just drive it until it can be put on the schedule to get put in. It did drop a degree right there while I'm idling around. So, you know, we're at 20 degrees. It's gone. I mean, it needs an oil cooler. Appears to be boosting okay. Everything drives all right. Appears to be fine. It just, I don't know. I mean, it's tuned. It's got the light switch effect tuning on it, where you get on it and it'll go from ride normal to hammering on it hard. So it's, yeah. Now I'm finally out of the wind. There you go. There's 20 to 22 degrees. So, coolant flushes and an oil change, and get the right oil filter cap and filter on there. Change the heater core, bypass valve, the shutoff valve for the heater core. Get that changed so that it quit freaking leaking. Because if it's leaking now with that green coolant, chances are it's going to start leaking worse when we do a chemical flush. I mean, it just happens. You know, they're just, we clean all the crap out of it, and it, you know, whatever. Now we're at 27 degrees. So, yeah, anytime you buy one of these trucks and it's got green coolant in it, I mean, you know, at least plan. I mean, it's, coolant flush isn't just a quick deal. Generally, I let the customers drive. They drive, and it makes it a lot cheaper. If they cannot be here and I flush it myself, it's about, with the coolant and everything done, it's about $350 for the VC9 and the new coolant and all the flushes. Because it takes about 3.5 hours to get it all done. It's not a drive around the block type of thing. It's any shop that does just drive around the block and get it done real quick in half an hour or even an hour isn't doing you any justice. It's not. But yeah, if you can drive while we do the flush, that will save quite a bit of money. Well, I mean, if you can drive, it'll save you about $130, something like that. So, because we got generally about 3 flushes is what it's going to take to get it done. The first one is an hour and maybe an hour and 15-minute drive. And yeah, but I'd like to do an oil change before we do that. I mean, I don't know how old this is. I mean, if the oil's fresh, then maybe we'll just buy a filter and a cap and get this filter out of here. What else? I don't know. That's about it. Oil cooler shot. Head gaskets. We know it's head gaskets. I mean, it is. It's blowing out of the degas. That sucks. But we're back down. Well, we're at 32 degrees now. So I tell people in the shop that green coolant physically will not fit in the degas bottle. That's the phrase that I use, the little bullshit phrase. I say, if you try to pour that coolant in there, the heavens will part and the seas will part and the burning bush will catch on fire and blah, blah, blah. Everything will, so there's no room for green coolant under the hood of this truck. That's just my opinion. That's just what we do. But I don't have any of my trucks running around like this. So, all right, guys, that's it. This is Jim's truck, 06, 178,000 miles, tuned, oil cooler bad, head gaskets, 178,000. So we need to be thinking about lifters. It gets a lot further. You know, we take the heads off, it's boots on the ground. I want you here to look at the cylinder walls and you decide if we just go ahead and button it back up, maybe do a skim on the heads, and but anytime the head gaskets are failed, I'm real suspect of the block as well. We want to make sure the block is flat. So, we just, yeah. So, I don't know what else. Yep. Other than that, it's a nice truck. It's clean. Real clean, too. So, all right, guys, that's it. Have a good day.